Right, so I tried to make a Lanterns video earlier, and I've got all this newfangled tech, video tech, audio tech, and I had some settings wrong, and it sounded great, but it looked all blurry, so I'm trying this again. Lanterns episode 2. The honest short answer, and I'll try to keep this quick, there's nothing distressingly wrong with Lanterns as far as I can tell. It's not like True Detective Night Country or Rings of Power or any number of other terrible shows where it's just laughably bad dialogue and just ridiculous plot contrivances and all the stuff that really gets my goat. I'm not upset with Lanterns. I'm just bored. Honestly, I'm having a hard time understanding what people are so excited about with this show. Especially just after 2 episodes where it's not a lot has really happened. We have Hal and we have John, and they've gone to this town, Rushville, Nebraska, where there's some aliens. And in episode 2, the aliens capture John when he's on an errand to get the Green Lantern to charge the ring for Hal. And they take him and reveal to him this story about how their civilization was destroyed by this manhunter. And I guess manhunters are these synthetic beings of great power who can, basically they can be, they're shapeshifters. They can appear to be anybody. So they recruit John into helping them, or they say they're going to blow up Rushville in 48 hours. So there's a ticking time bomb. This leads us to immediately wonder who this manhunter could be, because it's clearly somebody we've already met. The obvious, but too obvious answer would be the rancher, William Macon. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. It could be Macon. I don't remember. But I say Macon because it sounds like bacon. Played by Garrett Dillahunt. But he's too obviously not that. He's working for whoever it is. So who could it be? It could be his wife, Zoe. That's my current theory. She's just a little sus. I mean, she immediately slept with John. No remorse. Nothing holding her back from infidelity. And it's just a weird situation. And I think that perhaps the reason that her husband, I'm going to do the scare, he's upset not because she cheated on him, but because he's trying to keep her from being found out, and he's protecting her, and she's just going off and doing everything because she's not even a real human being, right? It could be Carrie, the sheriff, because she's a little sus too. The reason I think that Carrie is a little sus is because when Hal asks her where she's from, he's like, it doesn't seem like you're from around here. And she's like, wow, shucks, no, I'm not from around here. I'm from Gotham. Which is weird because she totally seems like she'd be someone in Nebraska to me. She seems like a Nebraska or a Minnesota or any number of other places that are not basically New York City. Kelly MacDonald is a Scottish actress, and her accent is fine, but she's playing a Midwesterner in this. It makes no sense that she would be from Gotham, so that's sus. Or it's just the show being bad. It's not bad. I don't think Lanterns is bad. I just, at this point in time, other than wondering, the mystery box stuff, who is the shapeshifter? Other than that, I just don't care enough. And I did look up, again, I'm not a big Green Lanterns guy, so I don't know a lot of the story or the lore, so that's probably part of it. And I had to look up who this Sinestro guy is, or I think that's how you say it. And because at the end, it's kind of this big dun 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 ominous thing, but, and he's a big bad and la-di-da-di-da. But I think that there needs to be a little bit more onboarding for those of us who aren't Green Lantern fans. Because there's lots and lots of other stuff that I really enjoyed that I had no experience with. I started watching The Walking Dead before ever reading the comics, and I thought it was great. I had never even heard of Guardians of the Galaxy before I went to that movie, and Star-Lord and those characters were just not in my wheelhouse. That is not stuff that I hadn't read those comic books, and I loved that movie. It's the best thing James Gunn has ever done. It's been all downhill from there. Although I did like Peacemaker, which again, I didn't really know the character Peacemaker, and I love the character Peacemaker now. You know, I knew other members of the Suicide Squad, but not Peacemaker. So there's plenty of comic book stuff that I've watched that I haven't been into and I've enjoyed a great deal. But Lanterns, even, you know, I don't get the hook. Like, what is it? What is drawing me in? I'm not hooked. There's no event that, like, yeah, we know that Hal dies somehow. We know that Guy Gardner gets the ring, not Jon Stewart, because Nathan Fillion's character in Superman is the Green Lantern. So we know that. So there's some mysteries and stuff. It's just that, like, I didn't like Superman. I thought it was terrible. I didn't even watch Supergirl because it looks terrible. So of all the new James Gunn stuff, I've really only liked Peacemaker, and this has nothing to do with that. So I'm just like, I mean, I think Kyle Chandler's doing a great job as Hal. I like Aaron Pierre, but I don't really like Jon Stewart in this. He's kind of a whiny bitch boy, honestly. Like he's just so resentful and grudging towards Hal, and I don't even know why Hal should be teaching him anything in the first place, since really it's the ring that's supposed to choose the Green Lantern, and not, you know, as far as I'm aware in my limited knowledge of this character and the lore, it doesn't make sense to have an understudy. But I don't really care about that. I just don't. I like a good buddy cop thing, and I like when personalities clash, but it just doesn't feel natural enough here. It's not that they don't have chemistry. It's just something about the way they clash that isn't quite clicking for me. And it might just be because there's not enough of a story to dig into while they're clashing. Like, I don't know. I won't go into the True Detective stuff because I talked about that last time. Aaron Pierre himself, the actor, he is in a movie called Rebel Ridge on Netflix, and it is quite good. It is what I wish Reacher was. I mean, not exactly, but it's like a Reacher movie if the protagonist chose the non-lethal path instead of the lethal path, like in a video game like Dishonored or games like that where you can go lethal or non-lethal. Reacher goes lethal. Aaron Pierre's character in Rebel Ridge, I don't remember the character's name, his version of Reacher goes non-lethal. So there's all these great combat scenes where he's not killing the bad guys. He's like disarming them, knocking them out, tying them up. Like it's actually a really interesting action movie. But it's very much in that. Why I bring it up alongside Reacher is because it's very much in the same vibe as Reacher season 1, with like the small town and the corrupt cops, and you got to, you know. So I like the actors in the show. I think it's produced fine. I just think it's kind of, again, I don't think there's anything outrageously cringe in the dialogue or the situations, but it's just kind of like dull, and I'm having a hard time like really finding myself caring about what happens to any of the characters or about this mystery. There's a long scene after Hal gets shot, which was weird that he would actually shoot him just for walking onto the property, but Macon has him shot by his sniper, and he wakes him in the hospital, and this is weird. I think this is a plot weirdness, though, not like a plot hole. But like, there's no doctors or nurses or anything in this hospital that apparently has never been used. So that's odd. But the conversation that he and the Sheriff Carey have I was just like, okay, let's get it on with. Like, let's get on with it. There's let's get it on. No, there's just so many scenes like where I'm just kind of like, okay, this is dragging. Let's move on. And maybe it will pick up. Maybe by the end of this season, I'll be like, holy shit, that was really good. I'm a Green Lantern fan now. But right now, I honestly, I'm just not seeing what other people are seeing in it. I don't think it's slop or whatever that stupid word is. So slop itself is now slop. Just using that word is lazy. Slop is slop. But I don't think it's great. It's no True Detective. It's not as good as The Penguin. It's not as good as Peacemaker. It's certainly better than some of the Marvel shows that have come out, but it's not up there with my favorite of the Marvel shows. Like, I really enjoyed Wonder Man recently. I thought that was fantastic. Obviously, I've talked about it before, but I really liked WandaVision, and Loki was fantastic. Maybe this will be great. Maybe I just need to warm up to it more, but I'm just bored, and I don't like being bored. So let me know what you think of Lantern so far. I've got a Reacher video in the works as well, because boy, do we have to talk about that show. Anyways, hopefully this video worked and it's not all blurry and the sound is good, because otherwise I'm going to pull the rest of my hair out and check myself into the loony bin. All right, peace.
I got the badge in his left hand. John got the plan in the right hand. Sirens in the sky, not the cop car. Green lights falling from a black star. One weird call from the county line.